If you've ever been asked to explain what it means to love yourself, it can be actually quite a difficult question. I remember the first time I was asked it, and one of the first things we think about is loving ourselves would be like, looking at ourselves in the mirror and think, oh, look, I actually like my hair today, and I like the way my skin looks, and I like the clothes that I'm wearing, and I feel great, and all of those other things. Where actually that might be loving ourselves, looking at ourselves in the mirror and saying we love ourselves, but it's different to actually loving yourself. And when I thought about what loving myself actually meant for me, because it was something I'd always struggled with, loving myself for me meant actually doing anything that I could that allowed me to feel my best, whatever that meant. And, feeling my best today might be completely different to feeling my best last week or feeling my best tomorrow. But in the given circumstances that we have and the places in life that we find ourselves, the moments in life that we find ourselves, loving myself is being able to make a choice that is going to benefit me in this moment in time. And that's a choice to be able to feel good, because we all want to feel good. Ultimately, the reason we do things, the reason we buy things, the reason we say things, all those things that we do are because we all want to feel good. So by loving myself, it means that, first of all, I give my body what it needs. I'm able to tune into my body, to recognize what my body is saying to me, because our body, it's sending us messages all day long. If we've got an ache or a pain or a twitch or something going on, if we actually learn to communicate with our body, we can understand it a lot better. So becoming consciously aware of what's going on for us in our body, that's loving ourselves. Because when we love ourselves in that way, we're able to respond in a way that is going to benefit us. We're able to respond in a way that's going to help our body, it's going to help our mind, it's going to help our gut, it's going to help our brain, it's going to help our heart, it's going to help our whole selves. By making those choices to do things in that moment that allow us to feel good. So eating good food, moving my body. We are sedentary so much now. We sit still, we're sat at laptops, at computers, we're hunched over. We don't move as much as we should do. And I don't mean extra additional exercise on top of what we should be doing normally. When I see people taking the lift to go up 1 flight, 2 flight, 3 flights of stairs, we can walk, we've got legs. We were meant to move. We were meant to get outside in the fresh air, to move our bodies. So that's loving myself, is moving my body in a way that allows me to feel good, moving my body in a way that allows me to release the tension, release the stress, to flow freely, to allow the energy to flow through my body in a way that feels good. That's what loving myself means. Loving myself means protecting my energy from people who would drain that energy, from listening to social media, from scrolling, listening to the news, watching things on the television that don't make me feel good, that just, trigger something inside me that makes me feel a bit tensed up, and I tense my body up and I'm sort of, reacting to what those outside circumstances are. That's what loving myself is. Removing myself from those things, putting boundaries in place so that I'm able to say no to other people without actually feeling guilty, which I used to do all the time, because I was conditioned to be a people pleaser. But actually being able to say no to other people, because in saying no to other people, I say yes to myself. That's what loving myself looks like. So let me ask you the question today. What are you doing to love yourself? What are you doing? What does that look like for you? Because it's one of the most important things I ever learnt to do, was to love myself. And that doesn't mean to look in the mirror and say, I love you and I love what I see in the mirror. It's to look within me, within my heart, within my energy, within my soul, within my being, to understand that I can feel good in any given moment, because it's easy to do so once you know how. And that's what loving myself is. Being able to make those choices, to be aware, to be able to make the choices that are going to make me feel good in the moment, in the circumstances that I find myself in. And I hope that you can do that too. If it is something that you struggle with and you find it difficult to answer that question as well, get on the phone, send me a message, let's have a chat, let's discuss it, because I'm sure I can help you discover some ways in which you can love yourself too. Take care and have an amazing day.